they can't stand it when you do your job and leave. My first job, right, on the very first day, minding my own business, doing my training like I was supposed to. At the end of the day, I'm getting ready to go home, and this guy, and I said, man, please don't come over here to me. He was walking, he had his backpack on, he had his, work gear in his hand, work shirt and stuff, and he's like, hey, which way you going? And one dude's like, man, why? I'm going this way. And then he was like, oh, I ain't going that way. And he just said, man, this is messed up, blah, blah. He just cussing, man, cussing. And he came over to me, and I said, oh, he's coming over to me. I got to get ready to go. And he said, hey, bro. And he said, are you going that way? I'm like, yeah. And he said, man, can you give me a ride home, man? I need a ride, man. And I'm like, man, I don't want that negative energy into my vehicle with my positive energy. That's what I was thinking. And I was thinking like, man, God said help the needy, so he needs. So I said, man, yeah, you can come on and stuff. I'm going that way. And I was like, where you live and stuff. He was like, man, this is messed up, man. My girlfriend, man, this blah, 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 blah. She was supposed to blah, 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 blah. Come and get me. That's messed up, man. And then they didn't get my overtime on my check, man. I think I'm done with this place. He was just all going sideways, man. And I said, man, I didn't even introduce myself. I had to introduce myself, especially if somebody that I don't know from Adam getting in my vehicle. I'm nice. So I let him in my vehicle, and I said, man, my name is this. I'm Brother Rains. And he said, my name is Dominique. And then I was like, nice to meet you, Dominique. He said, man, this job, man, they didn't even give him overtime. He looking at his check and stuff. It was on paper checks at the time. He's looking at it. They screwed me out of 5 hours, man. I can't believe this job, man. This is crap. And I said, hey, man, if you don't mind, I'm going to listen to this sermon I was listening to. So I'm trying to send positive vibes his way. So I started listening to Stephen Furtick, Elevation Church. I started listening to him on my phone, going into my radio in my truck. And I was like, man, are you a believer in Christ? Do you believe in Christ? And he was like, yeah, I'm a Christian, man. I'm a Christian. Yeah. I believe in God. And then he just got back to start cussing, man. It's messed up, man. Blah, blah. And I was like turning the preaching sermon up a little bit more because I didn't want to hear him, man. I'm like, gosh, why did I let him in? And so he said, hey, man, before you drop me off, man, can you run me by the store? I need to get some groceries for. I said, what? He said, can you drop me by the store, man? I need to run in and get some groceries real quick and stuff. He said, I just need to get some bread and milk, and I need to get me some weed papers or blunt papers or something, whatever he's smoking and stuff. And I'm like, man, what? How am I tied with? I said, okay. I said, yeah, man, make it quick. He said, it's on the way. It's on the way to my apartments, right? And I'm like, man. And we was I go through a bad neighborhood, a low income, really, really low income neighborhood before I get to my neighborhood. And so I'm like, oh, gosh. And so we go to, he said, yeah, I live right here. I'm like, man, this is the worst. This is the hood, bro. Oh, my gosh, this is the worst of the worst. And when I went, he ran into the store. And then he came out. He said, man, my dang food stamp card don't work, man, blah, blah. He just going off on that. And I'm like, man, he got drunk. I don't know what's going on with this brother. It's always something. He said, my food stamp card, man, I ain't even got no money. He said, hey, bro, can I borrow $10? He wanted to borrow $10 from me. I don't even know him. So he can buy him some milk, bread, and some stuff to smoke his whatever. So I said, man, here, don't worry about it. You don't have to pay me back. No, man, bro, I got you, man. They just messed up on my overtime, man. I'm like, I can't wait to get it. I got to get home quick. And so I went and dropped him off in the worst apartments ever. The worst. Man, I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it, man. He didn't even offer no money or nothing. He said, I appreciate it, man. Well, he didn't have no money, so I consider it as a blessing. He just said, man, thank you, man. Oh, she here now. That's messed up. She didn't even come get me, man. He said, man, God bless you, man. He left. At least he said, God bless you. At least I got that out of the whole entire thing, which is, I'm thankful. God bless me. Yeah. So I consider that as good enough of a gift for me taking him home. So he get out, he slammed the mess out of my door. Boom! Hey, girl! Hey! Hey! He hollering and stuff. I'm like, I gotta get out of here quick. This is the wrong neighborhood. I'm in the wrong apartments. I gotta go. So I'm doing the speed limit, but I'm quickly getting out of there safely. And so I'm like, man, I get home, throw my keys on the counter. I'm like, dude, I can't believe this just happened. So the very next day, I go back to work, right? I said, man, I got to cut him off. No offense, though. I got to cut him off. I can't do this no more. I can't do this. This is my second day. I don't want to get involved with that, because if I get involved with him, the people at the job is going to think I'm with him. So I'm like, I don't want to be with nobody. I want to go to work and do my job and go home so I can find me a better job. So, and so I end up going there the next day, and, they looking at me with the side eye just because I took him home and I ain't got nothing to do with him. Yeah, that's what they do to you. They look at me side eye, and I said, man, I'm just here to collect the check and go home. So I just mind my own business. I didn't do nothing. So I just did my job. Well, 110%. I gave him 110%. And then after that, I said, okay, it's time for me to go home. And I said, please don't let me run into this dude. I can't do it. I can't do it. And so he looking around and stuff, and he said, hey, man, hey, he coming up to me and stuff. He said, hey, man, hey, you going that way, right? Can you give me a ride? I said, man, I'm going this way. And he was like, oh, okay, man. You sure you're not? I could go wherever you go. Are you running an errand? I'm like, nah, man, I'm actually going this way. I have to go to a doctor's appointment. I'm going this way. I won't be home until later. I had to do that, man. God forgive me, but I had to. I don't know if you feel the same way with what I did. Comment in the comment section if you feel the same way what I did. So I had to, because I felt like I didn't need that energy right now at this new job. And so I ended up going home. I said, yes. And so the next day, I said, man, he's going to ask me again. And I know he is. And so he said, hey, man, you going this way? I said, no, man, I moved over there. I just moved yesterday. He's like, you moved? I said, yeah. He said, man, it's messed up. I can't even get no ride home. Oh, that's my, he said the N word. That's my N over there. I'm finna go get a ride from him. I know he'll give me a ride. I was like, man, jeez. This dude is, what's going on with people? I said, Lord, let me pray for him. I started praying for him. I said, Lord, give me the strength to finish. And the whole job was just bad. The bosses were sleeping with the women so they can get upper positions, the women. So it was bad there. They were everybody was sleeping with everybody up there. I'm like, man, gosh. I'm glad I don't know nobody, and I don't talk to nobody. And then this is the crazy part. One of the people came up to me and said, hey, man, remember Dominique, man? I'm like, yeah, they fired him, man. He was smoking weed on the job, and they took a drug. He failed the drug test, man. You ain't got to worry about him. I'm like, man, I don't even know you. I don't even know you. And I just said, oh, man, appreciate it. I'll be praying for him. Thank you, guys. No, I got to go, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me know this information I didn't need. So I ended up leaving, and I said, man, I'm only on day 5. It's already drama at this job. And when I got back to the job, I just started, on my break, I started reading my Bible. I started looking for other jobs. And I said, man, this job pays really good right now. I can't find nothing else. So I'm going to have to just close my eyes when I go to this, push buttons, and go home and not talk to nobody. Like I don't talk to nobody. Keep to myself like I've been doing. And so I keep to myself, and they still come with the drama. Hey, man, blah, blah. I'm like, no. I just say no. I don't know them from now on. I just said, no, man, I'm just trying to get my work and go home, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And that's what I did. I did that. And then next thing you know, I start seeing, you could be silent and hear a lot. You could be silent. And I was silent and I heard a lot. And I saw a lot. Because when you close one of your 5 senses, your mouth your mouth is a sense. That's funny. You can actually listen more and hear more. And that's what I did. And I was like, whoa. So I just kept doing my work. And I said, okay, I got to find a better job. So after 12 years, I ended up finding a CDL job. And I got out of that hole. And then I did a CDL job for 12 years. And then after I did that for 12 years, I dumped all my money in my stocks. I dumped all my money in my high yield savings account. I said, man, and then I paid off all my vehicles. Only thing I have left, thank God, is my mortgage. And of course, I overpay my utilities, but they catch up anyway. You cannot pay off utilities bills. If you do, let me know the secret. But I end up doing that, and I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at. And I just want to share this video with you. If you want to learn tips of how I create an extra income through the stock market, dividends, and through also affiliate marketing, and start a YouTube channel, follow my community. It's free. And thank you guys, and God bless.